Test. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Questions, tickers, throw them in the comment box. We'll get to it shortly. Good morning. Good morning. Just prepping out some stuff. What's up, YouTube? What's up, guys? Instagram. I'm not late. Yep, got a faster haircut. All right, guys, we'll start in about 20 seconds. And make sure you start following me over at YouTube at Student Alpha. I always go live there. My lives are probably going to be short-lived here in Instagram world. All right, guys, we'll get started. Good morning. Happy Monday, July 20th. Hopefully you had a good weekend. If you have questions or tickets, you can throw them in the comment box. We'll get to them shortly. I'll quickly go over my report, and then we'll get into answering your questions as why we exist in the first place. Let's start looking at the news calendar, dated today, 10 a.m. U.S. leading economic. I know you can't see it. Instagram is fine. Leading economic indicators won't move much. Tuesday, there's nothing. Wednesday, there's nothing. Thursday's initial jobless claims. And then Friday, PMI. The big catalysts are going to be what's going on with this freaking war, right? Escalation over the weekend. And then now Iran's requesting a 10-day ceasefire. So it's we're back into that environment, guys. Let's look at the oscillators, the NIMO. Move you guys over. There you go. Neutral. No predictions for mean reversion there. NAMO's negative 27. The Nasdaq selling off, but we have more room down if it continues to sell off. And VIX is at 18. It's about time it's risen, but still, that's actually not that hot, guys. Gets into 20s, selling, and 30s, massive panic. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let me move you back over here. Instagram. There we go. All right, let's look at the report. So the problem is we're back in an environment where we're going to have to trade in conditions where we are creeping through a landmine and you might step on one, being a treat or a news bomb. So tough, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be tough, right? So it's absolutely ridiculous, but we'll do the best we can. So right now, you have a primary read pending in ES right here. Close of this candle should give it to us. You do have souring momentum on the 5 minutes, so this will not signal as long as we have aggressively bearish momentum. So we will have a 5-minute cross, but not necessarily a primary read. We need to watch VWAP and 7500 at Bell. I particularly think that indices are going to be that all instruments we trade are going to be range bound. I think with opposite information coming out, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, it's going to push us into a range. All right. So RTY, I mean, this thing, it did fall out last week where we were able to catch up. But really, I think it's going to get there and get trapped at 3,000. Look, the all-time high, anchor VWAP, and 3,000 are almost together. Look at that short, guys. Look at that. We usually take that style short. What? I would have put a box within a box right there. Look at that. That's beautiful. Paid 20 points. But anyway, where our next buy would go into the box, we won't take that. You can take sells out of the box, but I think RTY is going to become untradeable today. NQ, I mean, this thing did nothing but run since it sold off at open and then just ran. I mean, I shouldn't say ran. I mean, it went up 250 points, but still, that's a lot of movement overnight. Um, we're right now we're box trapped at 29,000. Um, remember last week, last Friday was OPEX, so all dealers are positioned. So any selling we had last week could have been closing, or Thursday, Friday could have been closing of positions. So this could be new positioning, could be new optimism in the market, even with a war, right? So anyway, right now looking like buys off of 29,000 or the VWAP, and it's box trapped. That's going to be the theme for the day, guys. YM, you can see this zone that we built last week where I said it would be a short, and I was correct, is almost the same if we drag it out. It includes all those VWAPs. It has widened a bit, so there's resistance overhead between 52,700 and the key level of 53,000. We'll keep an eye on that. Um, gold, I think it's going to be trapped here. I was just talking in VIP about this. We expanded out of it and then fell back into it. So this is a mild uptrend. So it could potentially keep bouncing up. We're going to have to be agile today, guys, if we take up a trade. And then just to look at oil, I mean, this thing is so news sensitive. It's not even funny. Look at this. I mean, you could draw a map around that based on every tweet that's dropped. Every time you see a spike in volume and a spike in price, there's a tweet there. But don't worry, my gas prices at the pump haven't changed. They're still expensive as shit and only going to get worse. All right, guys. Um, there's no links in my bio, so you can't go click on them. But if you go to the Student Alpha on Instagram, my backup account, all my links are in there. Um, the account will post here in a second on there. There you go. That's my backup account, and that's my 7-day free trial to come trade with me and learn trading. So Instagram has banned me for 30 days from giving you guys any links because they say I'm a fraud and a scam. And I dug deeper into this, and actually, what's quite unique, I was taking it personally. What's quite unique is Meta has gone across the board and banned a lot of influencers, in a lot of different spaces. Just close their accounts. People with 250,000, 500,000, 1 million followers, just close them. So who knows what's going on? Who knows what's going on? But make sure you go follow me at Student Alpha on YouTube because I'll always broadcast live there. We may switch to Twitter because Meta sucks. But anyway, let's see what you guys got. Here to help you guys out. Path. Quentin Krebs wants to know about Path. Let's go look at it. This one's beaten down. I have the IPO and all-time high anchored VWAP on there. You guys see this chart? What instrument did I say will look like that? If you follow my weekend update, I've said it in the last month. There's another instrument that's going to look just like that after IPO. Up and then dead. Yep, SpaceX. This is what SpaceX is going to look like too. And so far I'm right. Told everybody to stay out of that. It was the greatest fraud committed amongst retailers that I've ever seen. But anyway, yeah, this thing looks horrible. If you happen, there was a gap down here, which is also going to play defense. I don't like anything about the chart, to tell you the truth. Who asked about that? Quentin. This thing just looks ugly. If you own a position, you need to start having a conversation with yourself about taking a loss, cutting your losses and getting out. I'm surprised, guys, that since they're struggling this bad, there's going to be a split soon as they're burning cash. You have upward resistance at 16. You can see it's range bound between 10 and 12. I don't even see anything here I like. But if you have a specific question, you can go to my free Discord and ask me for a chart. Wish I had better information for you. I wouldn't trade it. What else you got there? YouTube. Yeah, Jesse, 200 points is just half the Trump post. Guys, for $100,000 a month, you can get Trump's tweets before he puts them out. Yeah. Denying that they're doing insider trading, yet offering you a facility to do insider trading. Anyway, let's see here. What else you got? YouTube. Yeah, you guys answered right. SpaceX. Let's look at SpaceX while we're talking about it. Absolute trash. Look at that. Oh, what is that? Is that, did it shoot up, skyrocket, and then fall below IPO price, and then it's going to do this like Stu Naffa predicted in multiple reels and about 3 YouTube videos on weekend updates? Yep. If you guys bought this at a 100 and whatever they were offering it, where you could put 2,000 at 135, get the fuck out. They're gonna screw you over. I don't know, clipper snippers. Let's see what it looks like when it gets down to 50 to 60 bucks. This isn't even a trade until they give me over a year's worth of earnings reports. Here, Instagram. That's what that ugly ass chart looks like. And guys, I gave you other charts that you could see what this looks like. I mean, Path is one of them now. Newsmax is another one. If you look at Inmax, you go back and look at their IPO. This is. I mean, look, this is what SpaceX is going to do. You see that? Shoot up and just fall down and then nothing. Guys, look at this. Newsmax at one point was $267. It's $8. How would you feel? Yeah, there we go. Instagram. YouTube's much better, guys. If you're on Instagram, start following me on @StudentAlpha. You see the full chart. How would you feel if you're the guy that bought it at $200 and it's sitting at 8 right now because you were told it's a good product? I mean, that's how it is with SpaceX anyway. All right. MU chart. If you watch my weekend update, I talk about a trade where you can own some MU, but not. So it's selling off. There was a gap up here that's the support. You can see it right there. How if I extend it out, and the DRAM trade that I talked about mirrors this identically. So if you like this, you can buy in this zone and then protect yourself in case you're wrong, just on the other side of that gap, and then try to run it back up. I would put an all-time high anchored VWAP in it, and that's trade 1 or TP1, TP2. So you could buy anywhere in there if you're interested, because this gap back in Friday, May 22nd provides support and resistance. This is a pivot swing into it. It may retest it. Decent volume coming out of it. There you go. MU. Man, you guys are full of charts today. FRVO for David. I don't think I've ever done that one. FRVO. Fervo Energy. Ooh, look at that. Man, there's an IPO. Looks like trash as well. This one just opened. So you can see hardly any technicals on it. When did it open? So it's only been open for 2 months. So you set an IPO anchored VWAP. You set an all-time high anchored VWAP, which is that guy. They're running together. Let's change this one to white. Oops. Let me move this so Instagram can see. So I like IPO being white. Yeah, did you buy this IPO, Dave? If you did, you're going to hold this for a while. What has to happen on these is this is enthusiastic, optimistic buying, and then reality setting in. You have to have like that. You can see it gap down after earnings report. So this is going to take a while, right? I wouldn't even buy. I'd have to dig in the book, see what their street price was. But if you own this over top, look, the anchored VWAPs are below the list price. It's tough. This is going to start looking like Path, so be careful with it. Amazon, AMZN. At some point, I did this, had a potential setup if it crossed that level. It doesn't look like it did, but let's see here. This VWAP was a previous high, but let's change it green. Let's get the new all-time high in Amazon here. Okay, you can see it fell short of that. So you have structural support down at 224. Half this explosive move with the run in the market is sitting right at 239. I would wait for a discount here. If you think the markets are going to drop or across the all-time high at 249, close above that will be another buy signal, or look for support at half the move, right? So there you go, Doreen. If you have more questions, you hit me up in the group. Yeah, thanks for that, Kyla. I buy real metals, physical metals from individuals. I search them out locally and then buy from them. I bought from brokers. I have a broker that I use also. Be careful though, guys. Like if you're sourcing metals, there's a lot of fakes out there, particularly gold. China's pumping out a lot of shit that people are buying, and fraudsters are selling it like on Marketplace and Facebook and other places. All right, let's see what you got, Instagram. Remember, guys, follow my backup account, The Student Alpha, on Instagram, because we're probably only one step away from them getting rid of this account, throwing me off. They've already banned me from doing 6 things. They've suspended me for 30 days. I can't give you guys any links. So, and also follow me over at Student Alpha. Let's see. Scrolling down on Instagram, see what you guys at. DFLY for Shiraz. Oof. Ugly. Don't like it. This one's a dead man walking. Look at that. This is what... If you're trading that as a pre-market volume leader, I'd stay out of it too. I got nothing for that. That's terrible. Multiple splits. This company will be delisted in no time. Wish I had bad news. I hope you don't own it, Shiraz. Can we look at gold? Yeah, we already did, but let's look at it again here. Gold for a swing trade. If you're optimistic in gold, watch my weekend update on YouTube. But you can buy on a swing this 4,000 zone, put a stop loss at either 39.75 or 39.50 and try to swing it up 100, 200 points. Maximum gains 400 points to that resistance point. But with the death cross coming in, I think eventually this collapses. So you take smaller gains to roll it back into larger buys down here. Intraday, I think it's going to be price trapped in around 4,000. AMC, don't trade AMC. That's a meme stock. I don't like it. I mean, if you could day trade or scalp this, yeah, but it's a meme stock. Stay out of it. Ego Mohammed, it's on my weekend update. Go to my YouTube channel and you can find it. I have to bounce, guys. I'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. And then I'll additionally be so Monday through Friday this week, and then additionally 11 a.m. over at Alpha Beta Report. And heading over to the War Room now to trade with my traders. You can click that link that my backup account put in comments and do a 7-day free trial. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow.